Hello, welcome back to Rhino Tool House. Today we're going to show you some great products presented to you by Desoutter Industrial Tools. Desoutter Industrial Tools is a company founded in the UK. They are well over 100-year-old. They're actually celebrating their 106th anniversary, going back to Marcel Desoutter, the founder of Desoutter, back in the UK. They have always been in the drilling process where they got their bread and butter, but through acquisitions they bought in other companies such as Rhino and Techmotive and Scanrotor and other companies that are out there, and they stand here today strong. Desoutter, based out of France, founded in the UK. Their North American headquarters located in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Today we're going to talk about their battery ranges of tools. We talked a little bit about in a previous video some of their clutch tool offerings. Today we're going to talk about their transducerized tool offerings. They have two versions available when it comes to the orientation. Right here in front of me we have the pistol grip versions. The pistol grip versions range from 1.5 to 17 newton meters. However, we've tested this down to 0.5 newton meters. So a good range of this tool is 0.5 to 17 newton meters on the pistol grip range. They also have a right angle version available as well. The right angle version goes from 5 newton meters to 95 newton meters. That's a standard catalog part number. However, we've seen up to 150 newton meters on specific custom applications for some of our customers. The orientation of the battery is a very unique selling point for the Desoutter tools. Number one, you can insert the battery from the backside, or you can insert the battery from the front side. What this benefits you is having a very ergonomically well-balanced tool in your operator's hand, depending on the application that you are going to use. You can also see that both of these are pistol grip tools, but I have a 18-volt battery over here and a 36-volt battery over here. The pistol grip form can take both batteries. However, the right angle tool will only take the 36-volt battery itself. The charger for both of those is universal for both the 18 and the 36, so you won't only have to buy one charger to operate and charge any of their battery ranges. They have a very unique 4-color reporting LED light. They have an LED light that is on the side, both sides, so one on the right, one on the left. They also have a small screen up top that visually displays P-set numbers, your battery life, if it's locked, the tool's locked, a torque, and an angle strategy, and this also turns green or red depending on the torque. There is also another unique thing that when you press the trigger, there's white LED lights that shine on the actual application, making sure your operator can see the nut, the bolt, the screw that they're tightening. And once you get a good or a bad torque, those lights actually project red or green as well onto your application, giving you a very visual process and feedback for your operators. On my right hand side I have a standard direct drive tool. The direct drive is programmed for just at 2 newton meters. We're going to run this down and I'm going to show you a little bit about what 2 newton meters gives you. Run this down. Here's 2 newton meters. I got 1.996. As you can see, I have a green display here on the back of the tool, my torque and my angle, green displays on either side. And if you had noticed it real quick, I don't, but I do have a red shining LED on the actual surface of my workspace, again allowing visual feedback for the operators. We're not going to focus on that tool too much this demo, but we're going to focus on this range of tools, which is the BLRT. The BLRT is another model available that doesn't fall within the torque settings that we talked about earlier. The BLRT is a low reactionless free DC transducerized tool. So it's emulating the speed and the reactionlessness that you get in a pulse tool. The also big benefit of a pulse tool, besides reactionless and speed, is that you provide the optimal clamp force on your joint. The RPMs of a 25 newton meter battery-operated transducerized tool from Desoutter is $23.50. I stated that again, 2,350 RPM on a 25 Newton meter tool. Again, same goes with place with the direct drive smaller version. Battery orientation can be the same. I'm going to run this down in a 25 Newton meter mode. You'll be able to see the quickness of this and the low reaction. I'm going to try to I did this with literally one finger and my thumb on the right hand side just to support it. I was able to get 25.5 Newton meters on this. We're going to go ahead and run down another one for you to see. And I'm going to try to do as best as possible to use this with one finger and one thumb on the back side here. So one finger, one thumb, 25.36 Newton meters. Now for Desoutter, it doesn't stop. They are always continuing to innovate. Their engineer department is Industry 4.0 mentality from the very forefront. They are now field trialing several in the higher torque range, 50 Newton meters and above. Now that's the battery range. If you do not have a need for a battery range, or maybe you don't want this tool to communicate to a controller, there is a standalone mode available in all versions of their battery tools. What the standalone version means is simply, I'm not reporting to a controller. The tool itself stores all that data and information onto it, and I have to physically go download that information to a controller at a later date, maybe the end of production, maybe at the end of the week. And I gather that information, I store it on your server, so you have that information historically for your customers. However, there is a cabled version of this called the ELRT. So this is the BLRT. There is an ELRT that is a cabled version that reports and just attaches to a controller. And ladies and gentlemen, that goes up to 50 Newton meters and a whopping 4,600 RPM. Yes, I stated that again, a cabled version available up to 50 Newton meters at a whopping 4,600 RPM. Please get a hold of one of your sales engineers at Rhino Tool House. We'll be more than willing to show you a demo of one of these unique tools that Desoutter Industrial Tools has to offer to you today. Have a great rest of your day, and God bless.